bless you all for this great gathering and for what you will accomplish with God's help for mankind in general, not only for the Jewish people, but for mankind in general. There's a very serious, it's a very serious matter, and people are in a very serious mood. And we were told by our sages, political sages, and they had the power, the godly power, to put a whole philosophy in a few words. That always one should begin with a little light, call it a joke or whatever. I would like to say the first thing that I always say that my English is my mother tongue. My mother didn't know the language, and I don't know the language. Another thing that also our sages taught us is to begin with a word of praise and honor for the host. I understand we are today the guests of the very, very great institution called the Helsinki Commission. May I make a statement that had we had such a such institution in the 30s, in 1938, 1939, perhaps, and maybe more than perhaps, that 60 million people that perished in the Second World War would not perish. Unfortunately, the forces of evil started doing things wholesale. Not just to kill one person, help several persons, the entire world. They're out, God forbid, against the entire world, including themselves with the suicide bombers and so on. And any good act like this, to save treasures of spiritual and moral values, which are not only for the Jewish people, it's for the entire mankind. Because the entire mankind takes from our Bible, from our Talmud and so on. And you could never know what one saying could accomplish. One saying. I had the great merit to observe the Rebbe in the most difficult times, in the most difficult days. In Warsaw, when they bombed Warsaw, his name be erased, Hitler, said a statement that is going to make Warsaw flatten out Warsaw. And on such a day, the day before Rosh Hashanah, before the New Year, that was in 1939, before the Rosh Hashanah, I was standing with the Rebbe, and there was a bombardment across the street. A 6-story house fell into what the entire house was destroyed. Many, many casualties. We went in to each and every house in Warsaw was a system that had like a yard, a backyard, and we were staying between walls in order and shrapnels from the bombardments should not hit us. And I took, the Rebbe pointed to me, 2 suitcases. One was one of these books, perhaps as a symbol, one. The other one was the Rebbe's phylacticals, tefillin, and prayer shawl, and so on. Standing there, seeing later how the Rebbe in the most difficult days was so concerned about the library, about the archives and so on. I had a deeper understanding why we are called the people of the book. That's what we are called, the Am HaSefer, the people of the book. Because And when at days, I just remembered, like after I was interviewed, I just remembered in 1947, I went in a mission from the previous Rebbe to South Africa. Over there was a Rabbi Hasdan. He was in Stockholm at the beginning of the war, and he showed me letter after letter about what the Rebbe had written to him, because the books were supposed to go to those books that were in Warsaw, to go to Stockholm, and from Stockholm to the United States, because the Rebbe was hoping to come there. It was before the Rebbe came there. One letter after the other. When the Rebbe was very much worried about his own children, his successor, the present Rebbe, and his own daughters and so on. And then about the spiritual children, the students of the yeshiva. At the same time, the Rebbe had shown such concern about the books. As may I just make it short. God bless you for taking up an issue which is the concern of the entire mankind. And by saving it, you are saving it. Once, like they're saving, a statement also from our sages, saving one soul is like saving the entire world. Here, by saving such a thing, you remove a blemish for the entire world that was not active enough to save us when we were at the Holocaust. And also to see to it that these treasures should come out openly, and people should drink from these beautiful wells, and with them, with all of you together, to meet our righteous Mashiach speedily.